Rui, we've been seeing this heartbreaking, just desperate search for children, with some 170 children still missing. At this point, are you hearing of any stories of survivors still being found?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Yes, indeed. I mean, just the Red Cross has received more than 500 requests for search of children that have been missing. Relatives are at the doors of the National Red Cross here in Goma, trying to find a path to reunite with their children. It's obviously one of the most priorities for the Red Cross. So far, I mean, we have volunteers on the ground. I mean, with megaphones. I mean, trying to search for these children. We've managed to reunite 64 so far, but we're just among other partners that are conducting this search operation. So hopefully we'll be able to reunite more children in the coming days.
It's a devastating situation. How would you describe what you've been seeing there?
The situation has been very difficult for the past 72 hours after the eruption, and it is also very tense because we're feeling consecutive aftershocks, and they are increasing in terms of intensity. Roofs have fallen, cracks opening on the streets. So I mean, it is still very active, and we don't know if another eruption could eventually come. So this is not ruled out. We stand on high alert, and we are ready for search and rescue operations and humanitarian operations in support of the National Red Cross here.
And speaking of the volcanic activity there, we know that there's scientific monitoring, but there was no warning given to people. What questions are being asked now? Was there any advanced warning, either geologically or coming from the government, that something could be about to happen?
Yes, of course. Unfortunately, the surveillance systems are not well maintained. I mean, due to several reasons. I don't think that it was working as it should to provide some time to alert in advance the people to evacuate these areas. So the government has really done as much as possible after the first eruption to evacuate people. They've evacuated safely, some to Rwanda, some to the western parts of town of Goma town, and that has avoided, obviously more casualties throughout this. But indeed, it is very, very, very difficult to do early alerts in these circumstances. We're trying to do it involving our Red Cross volunteers in the communities and passing them the information in case we find any indication that the situation could deteriorate. And I hope that could help the civil protection authorities and the government to prevent the consequences of another eruption or eventually a heavy earthquake.
Mount Nyiragongo is an active volcano. It erupted in 2002, killing at least 250 people. Rui, thank you for that.